You're live, that matter.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Well, good morning still, actually, not quite noon. Good morning. We are here in Jonesboro, Louisiana, Northeast Delta Human Services Authority. We're excited to be here this morning with the Jonesboro Police Department. Excited to unveil a great opportunity to this community to support some initiatives and tactics that the police department is doing, and of course the work that we're doing here at Northeast Delta Human Services Authority through our Prevention and Wellness Department, as well as our special initiatives. I'm Duran Talley, Public Information Director, and we certainly welcome you here virtually and in person. We thank you all, and to Dr. Montez A. Sizer, our Executive Director, who could not be here but definitely sends all of his appreciation, his support, and anything else that he can provide or we can provide to you all, to Chief Dr. Dr. Harris. I got James and Spike. I couldn't get the Harris. Dr. J. Spike Harris, Jonesboro Chief of Police. Certainly thank you. At Northeast Delta, we certainly have our mission, our vision, our tenets here on full display. Our vision is to build a unified Northeast Louisiana where individuals are thriving and reaching their full human potential. And this is part of that work that you hear on this morning. I'm first going to call Dr. Avius Carroll, our Prevention and Wellness Director, to come in and welcome you and bring the purpose to you. We're excited again for you all tuning in. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here today. This is an exciting day for prevention and wellness because we get to continue and expand on our outreach opportunities and initiatives by bringing a Takeback box here to the City of Jonesboro Police Department under the leadership of Chief Harris. Northeast Delta HSA Prevention and Wellness Department, we are involved in many outreach activities outside of just the Takeback box. We do grief counseling. We have peer-to-peer support services. We have prevention and wellness, working in schools to provide evidence-based services for individuals and kids to learn about how to say no to using drugs and substances. And we also do coalition building. So we are excited to just announce that and bring any type of services to Jonesboro that we can, just work in collaboration with the city and work in collaboration with the police department. The purpose of this box is really to ensure that individuals who have unused and unwanted prescription pills in their homes, they have a place to bring them. So they won't be abused or misused by anybody in their homes, kids or otherwise. And our manager of our LeSueur program, Ms. Kara Etienne, she'll talk a little bit more in depth about the prescription pill box. I don't want to go too far because she is also on the agenda to talk about the purpose of why the prescription pill box is coming to Jonesboro. And she'll also do a formal introduction of the LeSueur team. Thank you.
Make sure that green light's on. Hold the button. There you go.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Carroll, for that introduction. Again, my name is Kara Etienne, and I am the Opioid Use Disorder Prevention Manager for the LeSueur team. And for those who may not be familiar with that acronym, LeSueur stands for the Louisiana State Opioid Response. Due to the epidemic that is affecting the nation, the state receives federal funding in order to combat this opioid epidemic. One of the things that, since I've started in this position, that I found to be the most prevalent among those that we talk to regarding this epidemic is that a lot of people don't believe or think that it is an issue that is affecting our communities. And primarily because we're in one of the most rural areas within the state. They think that it is something that is affecting the larger metropolitan areas, but I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. And I've had a lot of people to come back that when I initially got started, that initially told me no or told my team no, they've come back around and called us for our services because they unfortunately experienced firsthand that there is an actual need for these things that we are providing, these services that we are providing to our community. The purpose of the prescription take back box is so that we can rid our homes of unused, expired medication. Specifically, and more importantly, our prescription pain meds. But now the trend is that we want to take back all medication. And that is because we're seeing a lot of unintentional and accidental overdoses that are occurring with our younger children, our young population, and also with our teens. And so a lot of times that you're responding, and so in certain instances and cases, it is because the accidental overdoses have occurred. I usually say for a lot of times that a lot of our teens become what we call, or what I like to call, unintentional drug dealers. They go into the medicine cabinet at home, the veterans. They go into the medicine cabinets at home. They probably try. They see that mom, dad, grandma, auntie, or uncle, whoever it is that they live with, has a medication. They take it, they try it, and they like how it feels. And so they take it and they go to school and they give it to their friends and say, hey, try this out, so that they can experience that same feeling. So that is a lot of what we are seeing when it comes to our younger children, those unintentional and those accidental instances of use. So the purpose of us placing this box here in the community is that each and every person that resides within Jackson Parish has a safe place to drop and dispose of any unused or expired medication when there's no longer use for it in the home. I'm going to now take a moment to introduce the LaSore team. There's a team of 4 of us. Like I said, I am the opioid use disorder prevention manager. And then I also manage a crisis mobile team. On our mobile team, we have Ms. Kendra Edwards, who is our grief counselor. She is also a social worker, and she has received her certification in grief counseling. She provides grief counseling to individuals and groups throughout the 12 parish region of Northeast Louisiana. And I want to point out that a lot of times when we hear grief, the first thing that we think about is death and dying. But she takes the approach of identifying losses as it relates to substance use disorder and those things that operate and functions as triggers for a person that is trying to begin their path or maintain their path of recovery. The next person that is on our team is Mrs. Morgan Chimke. She is our LPN and also our expert manager, which is screening, brief intervention, and referral to treatment. That's where when we interact with someone or meet someone in the community and they're ready to begin the journey of recovery and they don't know where to go and who to see, Morgan can do a screening, help identify what level of treatment it is that they need, and help them get into traditional services. And our last person on our team is Mr. Gabriel Morton. He is our certified peer support specialist. And this is a person, our peer support specialist functions as an individual with a lived experience that can help guide those in recovery through that journey and that path, through the ups and downs of it, and works alongside of our traditional treatment methods that we have within our clinics at Northeast Delta. We also have present from our prevention and wellness department, Ms. Latanya Owens, who is our prevention coordinator. She serves all 12 parishes and is all things prevention related. So again, we thank you all for coming out and joining us today. And now we're going to hear from Dr. J. Spike Harris, the Chief of Police for Jonesboro Police Department.
All right, good morning. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. I'd like to thank the Northeast Delta Human Services activity. Ms. Kara has done a great job with getting me prepared. I know contacting me more than 5 times a day, which I really appreciate because I need it. And everyone else here participating at the event. And I'd definitely like to thank the officers of the Jonesboro Police Department. Also, today we're here to discuss the issue of unused and expired medications that you may have in your home. in your medicine cabinets and things like that. Right now, the CDC indicates that over close to 900,000 deaths in the U.S. has been, had deaths because of overdoses on unused or expired medication. And so by partnering with NED HSA, we're bringing awareness to the dangers of prescription meds that are expired or unused. And so what are the dangers? Children, your children, grandchildren, they get access to these medications and they can take them and overdose on them. And also the medicines end up in the wrong hands and actually sold on the streets, or just someone gets access to them that should not have access to them. These officers have come in contact with individuals on something as simple as a traffic stop, find medications with names on them that are not the individuals that we stop, and that is a crime. So you can be charged with that. Expired meds can be risky due to a change in chemical composition or a decrease in strength. And some of these medications, they can also they have a risk of bacterial growth. And what are the benefits of us partnering with NED HSA is we give you a safe place now to dispose of these medications. We make your home a safer place for your children and your grandchildren. And we can also ensure that you're taking safe medications. So look in your cabinets, medicine cabinets, look at the expiration dates. If they're expired, you have a place to bring them now. Right here at the Jonesboro Police Department, 104th Street. Between the hours of 7 a.m. and 11 p.m., all you have to do is come in through the front door here. We'll show you in a minute how to drop your medications in the box. And that's it. You don't have to have any contact with the law enforcement or anybody in the area. You're just welcome to come and drop these medications off. Some people may ask, why can't I just flush them down the toilet or throw them in the garbage? Well, flushing them down the toilet, our wastewater management plants are not equipped to handle these pharmaceuticals. And so dropping them in the toilet, it can actually cause environmental, different environmental dangers. So, we want to be wary of that. Putting them in the trash, you have a whole list of things that you need to do properly. So the easiest thing to do is take your label off of them, put them in a bag or whatever, bring them up here to the Jonesboro Police Department, and we'll be more than happy to get them properly disposed for you. And so use the drug take-back program. This is what this is about. It's a drug take-back program. So you have a safe place to drop your meds. You remove the labels to ensure your privacy. It's right here at the Jonesboro Police Department, once again, from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And any questions, you can feel free to call the Jonesboro Police Department at area code 318-259-5026, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And thanks once again for the entire HSA team. We appreciate your help and in this matter, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Nope.
Tell I'm not used to this.
Yes, sir. I got you, fam. Again, we thank you, Dr. Harris, Chief of Police, Kara ETN, Dr. Carroll, for leading this initiative from the Northeast Delta HSA standpoint. Earlier, you heard me mention the Rise Above Stigma work that this also complements as well. Last summer, we rolled out our Rise Above Stigma work, which brought us here in December, where we hosted a town hall with the residents here in Jackson Parish. And in those town halls, we learned a lot about the challenges, which we see as opportunities for us to come in and do more. This is a part of us doing more. When you see us bringing in these drop bots, when you see us creating opportunities for the citizens of Jackson Parish to get access to our services, get more attention and awareness about our services, our clinical services. Yeah, we don't have a clinic here, but guess what? A mobile unit is also on the way. And so we heard what you guys talked about in December at the town hall. We're developing and continuing to grow relationships with groups and agencies such as the police department, but just know that more is on the way. We're truly working to address the stigma, the hesitancies around getting behavioral and primary health care, but also we don't just believe in poking the bear. we also going to feed the bear. When that bear gets angry, we're going to give him something to temper him again. And so while we may have come in and made many of the citizens think about what they don't have, we're also turning around saying, here's what you do have, here's what we're bringing to your attention, and what we can add value to your community to live that full human potential. And so as again, we thank you, Chief Harris. Thank you, Dr. Carol Etienne, on your leadership. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, I believe, if the agenda is appropriate. Yes, indeed. The unveiling. Mr. John, if you get some photos. Let's do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
So when they come in to drop off medication, all they will have to do, when you come in to drop off your medication, all you have to do, like the chief said, the lobby will be open. You come into the front door, you simply pull the lever down, drop, and go. There's nothing else to it. You don't have to sign anything. You don't have to wait to see if someone is going to come out. It is a simple drop and go method.
Outstanding. Thank you all once again. It'll be right here inside the front door of the Jonesboro Police Department in the foyer. All you do is walk in, drop. You don't have to have any contact with anyone else. Make sure you pull those labels off the bottles, and we will definitely get them properly disposed of. Thanks again.